Welcome everybody to the We Can't Dunk podcast. I'm here. I'm your host, Carlos Patino. I'm with me as always now is gonna be Sergio Habanero Mendez. What's up, Hobby?
What's up, man? How you doing, man? Doing good.
Habanero. I don't know if we should call you Nero or Hobby for sure.
I mean, I feel like hobby would be better because narrow we're one letter away from getting into deep trouble. Like if someone accidentally hears the wrong thing,
Nero? No, no, no.
yeah,
Which is just like we just tell him he's got a narrow cock.
someone's just
It's
gonna yeah,
very
there we
small,
go.
very narrow. Yeah.
Hopefully no one adds a G before that, but
Yeah, anywhere. Not even at the end.
yeah, yeah, thank God. Um, yeah, I don't know. Hobby sounds cool because you can kind of still get the Latin out of it.
Haba.
So
I think Haba is better. Like
haba,
habanero.
habanero.
Haba.
If this takes off, what we'll do is we'll make t-shirts out of that, and that'll be the first one.
Haba
Yeah,
or habanero.
habanero. It'll just be we'll put like a giant like habanero pepper in a basketball on fire or something like that.
Or
That'll
you
be like the
shoot
first merch.
or you shooting a habanero pepper into a basket.
That could be the first what is it? The first video in IG Live or something or IG
Hmm.
Reels or whatever it is. We can
Yeah,
definitely do that.
we can definitely stop dreaming though, because that's not gonna happen. But you know,
It'd be fun to dream, right?
so yeah, I mean it always is, dude. I do it all the time. I
Yeah.
mean, this is why I haven't quit stand up yet, because I decided to keep dreaming.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Dream
me.
on.
That was me. Dream on. That was me in Seattle. When I was there, I just wanted
How'd it
to.
go? How'd it go?
It was okay. It was okay. It wasn't like I was killing the game or anything, but like it was like I belong there, and that's I think all you can really hope for at that point.
You mean like you feel like you fit in there
Yeah, it was like I fit in. Like it wasn't like I was sticking out like a sore thumb. Like
for
outside.
being good or bad?
Yeah, like for being like not kind of just being in the middle of the pack, kind of.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
like getting laughs,
Now
getting consistent laughs and all that. So being solid and
now
all that for like the first
yeah,
3 minutes of 5 minutes, and then after that,
just losing it, huh?
yeah, it was like I got in my own head. So that's what happens. So I should have just kept on
Dude,
going with it.
that's what happens. It's still those are the fourth quarter minutes of stage time, you know.
Yeah,
This is when you gotta either push through it and try to finish with the dub, or kind of just gather your belongings and take the L.
yeah. Put it this way, I was trying to. I could have finished with my right hand, and instead I decided to try and finish with my left hand. That's basically what happened.
Gotcha. Yep,
Yeah, that's
I've tried to do that shit all the time, dude.
yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. Is I try to finish with the left hand. Um, oh
I got
God.
to. I actually I took my daughter to Taekwondo today,
Hmm.
and they have an open gym right there. So I shot around a little bit,
Use your left hand.
before. I actually did, man. I
Okay.
laid the ball up a couple of times. The left hand kind of strengthened it a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I think it's both strengthen and straighten it because you kind of got to keep it straight. It can't be like,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, you also gotta, like, find a rhythm so that the left hand does work. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't just pull the left hand in the middle of playing when
Hmm.
you've never done it. It's always better to practice it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's like that
Every
Patrick
time I
Ewing
missed,
meme.
yeah, every time I missed, I would shoot free throws. Like if I got fouled, I was like, oh
Okay.
no, it's not. It's because I got fouled. It's not because I suck with the left hand.
Gotcha. There we go. That's the way to think about it. You kind of
You know,
punish yourself for it.
but that's the mentality. When you're
Yeah.
shooting around by yourself, you can play whatever game you want. You
Yeah.
know, and
And
that's
then
the game I like to do.
if you miss, then you just kind of tell yourself this is the last shot, and then I'm gonna leave. And then you miss, and you're like, okay, one
How
more
many
time.
free? Yeah, yeah. How many free throws? Like okay, before I left too, me and the wife played one on one, and I tore that shit. No, I'm just kidding. I tore her up. No, no, no. She almost damn near injured me. Actually, I crossed her over and she tried to kick me. She tried to
Damn.
trip me, dude. I was like, that's not how you play defense, but okay. No, but it was funny because like, when you're leaving,
Mhm.
you're like, I got to take one more shot. It's got
Right.
to go in. But I can't leave before I
Can't leave
and
on an
I
L.
you can't leave on a missed shot. That's just
Yeah.
not. It's not good. It's not good for the universe. It's not good for you.
Yeah.
That I think that's how COVID happened. I think someone left the basketball court on a miss.
There was a guy in the
You
Chinese
know,
lab.
not even that. It was just it could have been somewhere in Kansas, just someone practicing, and he was just like, boom, just threw a
Yeah.
brick and was just like, I'm going home.
Yeah, and if he had just stayed a little bit longer, he could have avoided patient zero, and that would have been it.
If I could give anyone advice, it's this: if you're playing basketball and you're leaving, do not leave until you make a basket. You know, you're gonna
Okay,
make a basket. Just just that's what I'm saying.
that
So
happened to
like,
me once where I was like, I need to make a three before I leave.
hmm
And I'm not gonna lie to you, I missed like 10 in a row. I almost
yeah.
thought about almost gave up. I was like, I think I should just leave.
This is the pressure behind it, which is fine. Like sometimes it's not a bad thing to kind of give yourself some pressure even when there's none.
Yeah,
It's good practice. Like I mean, but look at what happened to like I hate to bring up the Celtics all the time, but they're my team.
yeah,
But against what was it, New York? They were about to break
mm,
the all time record for threes made in a game,
yeah.
and at the end they were one three shy, and just they could not get it.
They got in
There
their
was
heads.
like there was like a whole fourth quarter to play, and they couldn't make a single three. So like their 3 point, they just kept heaving threes
Hmm.
up towards the end, and it was already like a blowout. So it's kind of disrespectful to kind of just try to get a three with 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
But they shot so many threes that their 3 point percentage as a team went down.
They
They were trying to break the record, but like,
they're just chucking up
yeah,
shit.
like, but it's like, dude, they got the rings that night. They raised the banner, and they were gonna break a record. Like, you can't get everything. Like, it's fine. It's okay. It's a
Yeah,
long season. It could happen again, but if
yeah.
it doesn't, it's fine. That dude, 29 threes is a lot.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where I don't know, like whenever they're doing that, like I think athletes, like you can't, you know, like start a game going into that, like, oh, I'm gonna hit this three, like, oh, I gotta do this, like I
No.
think it's gotta be like you get into a rhythm, let's say you hit five in a row, and then you're just like, oh, okay, what's the record? And it's like 10. And it's like,
hmm
okay, I'm gonna see if I can, try to go for it. Give yourself like no pressure, and then before you know it, you're like at eight or nine.
Yeah, I think once you start to I think once the team learned about the record, that's when they kind of started missing
Hmm.
threes. Because
Yeah.
now they're in their head about like, oh, if I make and then also to be the one that shoots the ball and makes the record breaking shot,
Yeah.
it psychologically as a shooter probably messed them up because Peyton Pritchard shot threes, Sam Hauser, who's like a laser accurate sometimes, and he was
Yeah.
having a good. I mean, they were all having a good game. So I like me and my family were watching. So I told my wife I was like, "What?" Because they put our second year rookie Jordan Walsh in,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I was like, "Watch! I bet the rookie's gonna do it." And he had a clean look at the basket and airballed. I was like, "No, it's not gonna happen. They're
Yeah,
not
well,
gonna
you,
break the
you could kind
record."
of tell. There's something
After
about sports.
Yeah, after that it's kind of like, okay, you guys won the game, and then once there was like 20 something left on the clock and Celtics had the ball, they just dribbled it out because that's the classy thing to do. They were already winning by like 20 something.
Yeah, you don't
So
want to like go over there and do a windmill dunk.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, and also like that, there's like an unwritten rule about that too,
Yeah.
where it's just like if you're blowing the team out, why are you gonna add more at the end?
Yeah.
I think what's his name? Ah, damn. Jay Crowder got into a fight with like a Wizards player because of that once.
I think he got in a fight with Kuzma. I want to say it was Kuzma.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he shot a three with like I don't know with like 20 seconds left, and they were
Yeah.
already blowing them out.
I think either Kuzma or Jordan Poole. I feel like
He
one of them
just
would do
he
something like
just
that.
tackled the shit out of him. That's what
Yeah.
happened.
I think
Yeah.
Zion did that too to somebody. He did like a windmill dunk.
It's cool to see as a fan. It's cool
Yeah.
to see, but like I mean, just like I said, there's like these unwritten rules that are pretty homosexual.
Yeah.
But
It's like, oh man, I can't agree with this.
I mean I can't I see what they're saying.
Yeah,
However, a windmill dunk is also really cool to watch.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also at the same time, it's like you couldn't have done this at least 2 minutes before, like
Right, 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 right.
because like if you were up by 20 at the end, you were probably up by at least a good either 24 or 16 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. Like I would even say like at that point, why is Zion even in the game still.
That's true. Oh, that's even better because then we have Derrick Rose again.
Right, right. Because it was a blowout, and he blew out his fucking his ACL.
I want to say it was an ACL. I don't know. That man has been through so much. It's been an ACL and I think
Yeah,
Achilles, but the
yeah.
the point is he should not have been in
In
that
the
in
game
the game.
anymore.
Yeah.
No, it was
They're,
that was
because
that
they were
was
up by 12
was that
and
Tibbs? Was that Tibbs?
of course
Was
it
he
had to be
coaching?
Thibs, man.
Dude, like, come on, man. Like, you're blowing out the game. You should learn something. Like,
Yeah.
at that point, is rest your players. I think the first, again, like bringing up the Celtics, the first like two games were blowouts,
Hmm.
and Jason Tatum didn't play the whole like two fourth quarters. Like, he didn't play a fourth quarter until they played against the Pistons, surprisingly,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, see, I
they
wouldn't even do that. Like, if anything, depending on how close the score is, if you're up by 30 and it's the fourth quarter, I'd probably start with him until like maybe 8 minutes in,
yeah.
or I mean, four
I was
minutes
gonna
in.
say,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say like 9 minutes left on the clock.
yeah. And if you're still
10,
up 30,
yeah,
then yeah, just take them out and
yeah.
or
You,
rotate them out. Like rotate one of them in and out, whatever.
yeah. Plus, you have. I mean, you have all these rookies that like they're eager to try to prove themselves,
Yeah,
and that's the only time that they're gonna be able to play.
that's true.
So give them a shot, and they start to develop some confidence, and they start to actually hit some shots and do some plays. Run some plays with the team, and understand their role. Like, even if it's a blowout, they know that they can still keep the lead.
Yeah,
Because the last thing you want is to be up 30 in the fourth and then have to bring your starters back out when you thought the game was pretty much done.
yeah. You
You
want to kind
know,
of carry it out. Like at that
yeah,
point, they have their starting their big
yeah.
four or five or whatever. Leave one or two of them in, and then just
Hmm.
kind of, ease the game out and then you still have your six man, so leave him in. So yeah, that's what they're there for.
Yeah,
It's sometimes it's just common sense.
yeah. Well, I don't want to talk about the Celtics too much,
All
so
right,
we should get down to it.
let's get down to it.
We'll,
So,
we'll probably we'll probably talk about them later because they did play tonight,
yeah, I did
and
see they're playing. Who do they
they played
play?
the Bucks. They played the Milwaukee
The
Bucks,
Bucks. Okay.
and it was pretty. The Bucks were hanging in there until the fourth quarter.
They were?
Yeah, but Peyton Pritchard scored like I don't know. He had like 18 points in the first quarter.
And Jesus.
Yeah, he had himself. I think he took Tatum's powers tonight because
Ye-
Tatum scored 15 and Peyton scored 28.
Yeah, I'm seeing this right now. Let me look at yeah, box score. Let me see. Jalen went off on a 30 bomb?
Yeah, let's get this game out of the way. That way we could talk about something else.
Let's get Boston
But
out of the way. All right.
yeah, just because I won't, I'll keep bringing it up. But
All right, let's get into it.
yeah,
Let's
so
do this.
I didn't, I got to watch the first half,
Okay.
and the second half I had to, take my daughter to Taekwondo, and then I was watching the Dodger game, and then I
Hmm.
was watching the Celtics game on my phone, and then the courts got free, and then I was like, I'm gonna shoot around.
Yeah, be
So
productive.
so Jaylen Brown with 30 points. Uh, what was it? Last game against the Pistons, Tatum went for 37. And I
Okay.
was like, oh my God, this guy's playing like he wants to be the MVP
Yeah.
this season. And he kind of had a slow game tonight. He had
Hmm.
15 points, 8 rebounds, which is pretty solid.
Yeah.
But you definitely as the face of the team, I would say,
Needed more.
uh, you need a little bit more from Tatum. But Horford with 10, that's solid for a guy that's as old as he is. But we'll jump down to and then right now, I think they're just taking it slow with Sam Hauser right now because he's got like a back injury or something, so he hadn't played.
He's out.
He's out. He's out right now. But I don't think it's. I think it's more of a what do you call it? Like just like an insurance, not an insurance thing, but just to be safe.
Yeah, where you just don't want to risk it. Like
Yeah, we're just like if you
we're
don't
four
feel
games in.
yeah, if you don't feel ready to come back, just take another day. We're fine. We're
Yeah.
fine without you.
I mean, Porzingis hasn't even played, right?
Porzingis has not even played yet. That's
Yeah.
what's. That's what should be scary to the league. But
Yeah.
my thing is like the current Celtics team is going to get so used to playing with this rotation that when Porzingis comes in, my biggest fear is that it throws them off a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be like you could see it being like John Morant with the Grizzlies like 2 years ago when he came
Hmm.
back and somehow they did worse with him.
Well, the good thing is we don't run our entire offense off Porzingis.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
So the thing with Ja and Memphis is like that's pretty much all they had because Miles Bridges was gone or he wasn't playing, I think, or I don't remember 2 years ago, honestly.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
But
Um,
like
but
that's
yeah,
pretty
it
much
was
all they
just
had
those
was
two.
John. They just had John Morant and Miles Bridges, and obviously, if you run your defense through a guy that hadn't played because of pistolas, yeah, for being living
Being
the
dumb
thug
with
life,
it. Just being
for
dumb with it.
living the thug life while you're in Memphis.
Yeah, even though he's from a private school.
Is he really?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
There's pictures of him and he's like wearing a polo and like boat shoes, put it that way.
really?
hmm
And he's trying to thug out.
hmm
I mean, he sells it pretty well because I didn't know he went to a private school.
Yeah, he went to like it may not maybe I'm wrong with that one, but it's for sure like a not a school in the inner city, put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basic worst case scenario, it's like if he went to and no one's gonna know this, but King High School, but basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you already
But
know.
that's not a private school.
No, but something like that where it's nice, you know.
It's not that nice.
It's not that
Can I be
nice?
honest with you?
Really?
King High School, they have fights all the time.
Oh,
They were
really?
on the news like recently, not
Mm.
recently, but like a
Maybe
few
not when I was
years.
there, but or when I played against them, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean they were a nice school.
Oh, okay.
It is a nice school. I have cousins that went to King,
hmm
but yeah, like recently there was just like trans people fighting not regular people, but like that's
Just a
that's
free for all.
that's wrong to say. There was a trans person trying to freaking flex their other
Their otherworldly powers.
their new gender. They're trying to really but yeah, they were getting into fights and
I
cops
didn't
are
know that.
called. The
Didn't know
news
that.
was involved and stuff. There was just a lot of fights. Like I think we have mutual friends that have family that went to
King High School.
King,
Yeah.
and they were saying stuff like, "Oh, what do you like from school? Or, like that I get home safely sometimes,
Oh,
and stuff like that." Like there was just that I didn't get into a fight today, So
gotcha. Damn. Okay. Well, Kawhi Leonard's school fell off then, because that's where he went.
Kawhi Leonard, after he graduated, it probably started. That's probably when it started.
It's probably his fault.
He took all the positive energy with him.
Yeah, that's true. He took. Yeah, that was it. He had no energy,
He took that positive energy, one in San Antonio, one in Toronto,
and then just left.
and then just left it in Toronto.
Yeah,
Because
but Toronto can't harness it.
yeah. Well, I mean, they couldn't without someone like Kawhi. Because
Yeah.
because that, I mean, it's tough to say, but do you think Kawhi is do you think his prime is past him?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. There's
Really?
no way that like if we say LeBron's prime is gone, like and we can kind of tell like Kawhi's prime is definitely gone.
Yeah, but it's hard
Yeah.
to say. It's hard to say that LeBron's prime is gone because he hasn't stopped playing the way that he's played for
Yeah.
decade, for like
Yeah.
over a decade.
I think the his level of prime though was kind of like single-handedly carrying a team to the
Hmm.
finals. I think
Hmm.
that's his prime, and now he went from that to I just dropped 30 points a game. So it's crazy to say that this is him at his worst, you know? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is LeBron
yeah,
on probably like it's hard. It's even hard to say that he's like on the worst team he's been on because he was with Cleveland with almost nobody until no wait well he was with Kyrie Irving.
yeah,
They had a pretty stacked team.
yeah.
Miami had a stacked team.
hmm
And the Lakers don't look bad this season.
Yeah, they
So
don't look bad this
we
season.
they don't look bad.
Yeah.
Um,
I think they're kicking
but enough with the Celtics. Enough with the
yeah.
Celtics.
I think what else is there?
Yeah, I think right now
They're kicking Phoenix's ass.
they're playing against the.
Yeah, the Suns again for the second
It's
time,
yeah, it's the second quarter
and they're
right
up by
now.
6.
Yeah, so 44-38 with about a little bit less than 3 minutes.
Yeah, and LeBron has
Um,
not had a great, looks like by the looks of it, not a great half. He's only has 3 points.
also the fact that that means AD's stepping up.
Yeah, well, the thing is, AD in the first half of the season is amazing. And then at some
Mm,
point, either he gets hurt or he gets lazy, and it just all goes downhill from there. So until he has a full season of like being like either a number one or at least number two guy on a team,
hmm
I'm not gonna have that much faith in the Lakers. But so far, so good.
I mean, if, to take down the Suns, and they have, I mean, even Kevin Durant, he's got 12 points right now,
Yeah, and
and
Booker.
then Booker 13, Bradley Beal is like that's one of the a trio that when they got formed, you're like, hey, the Suns like they're pretty damn decent, you know.
Yeah.
Well, it's a 3-point game now, buddy.
Oh, okay. Someone must have hit a deep ass three.
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. I mean, like when I heard that KD, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal were gonna play together, I was like, that's a team, dude.
Yeah.
Like, but is it their bench? Is it their other players that are not like, or is it Bradley Beal even? Because
I
you
I
don't,
I would say it's Bradley Beal.
right?
I don't want to
Yeah,
blame him, but it's just one of those things where
you
all
expect more.
yeah, and not only that, it's all of those guys essentially do the same thing, is they just score.
Yeah.
So if you have three dudes that all they know is how to score and
hmm
defense isn't really their thing,
hmm
you know, at that point you're just trying to outshoot every team or outscore every team every night, and I don't think that's sustainable, for 82 games, much less the playoffs.
Yeah.
And they don't have a bad bench. I think what's his name? Mike Budenholzer.
Hmm.
Their coach has done a whole lot of adjustments, and honestly, I thought he's done the best that he could do with this team because it's not like he has a lot of, great defenders,
Right.
Um, I mean, Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Royce
hmm
O'Neal, Mason Plumlee, like there's not much else that these guys can really
Right.
do with all
Do they
that.
still have Ball?
They do still have Bol Bol.
hmm
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always
I mean,
forget his dad played.
Ball's dad, really?
Yeah, Manute Bol.
Huh. Who did he play for?
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say Washington when they were the Bullets, but I could be wrong.
Hmm.
Manute Bol.
Oh wow, the Wizards actually got a win today.
Oh, they did
Yeah, against the Hawks.
against the
The
Hawks.
the Hawk Tuas.
The Hawk Tuas. Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, see, yeah. So Bol Bol is his son, but um, yeah, he was everywhere. He was on the Washington Bullets, the Warriors, the
Hmm.
Sixers, and the Miami Heat.
Was he also as big as Bol?
I think he was bigger. He's 7'7".
Bigger than
He's 7'7".
Whoa.
He was 7'7". I think that's why he might have died early in his.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because how tall is Bol Bol?
He's if I had to guess, he's like 7'4".
7'3", looks like.
Whoa, it's close.
Yeah. But yeah, imagine being 7'7". Yeah, like that's not good for your health.
Especially, I mean, but it's not good for your health to be that tall.
No.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, like, um, probably at the time there wasn't players that big, or
No.
players that big played differently. Like
Yeah.
I think you had like what Ricky Smits,
How tall was he?
and he was like 7'4", and you had all these. He was probably like 7'2", 7'4".
Rick Smits. Okay, let's see. The Dunking Dutchman? That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, straight white power that guy had.
7'4", you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, he was tall. He was a big boy.
Damn, that's crazy. And he
And
was on
those
the
guys,
Pacers?
those guys played like true centers, man. Like he had to play against Shaquille. These this 7'1", 300 1,000 pound man. So,
Dude, could you imagine having to guard Prime Shaq?
oh my God, dude! If I was anything shorter than 6'10", I would just be like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't
Uh,
do it.
what's his name? Richard Jefferson was on JJ Redick's old podcast,
Hmm.
and he was talking about I think he was like talking about Draymond saying that he would be able to stop Shaq, and then
Hmm.
he's like, no, you wouldn't. He's like, like every team in the league needed at least like three centers, and they were like, and they
Hmm.
weren't even good. Sometimes you just needed bodies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially because like you would probably get into some serious foul trouble.
Yeah, they're like
Especially,
just stopping him was exhausting.
yeah. Yeah, bring someone else in just to slow him down. It wasn't
Yeah.
even stopping him. It was just to slow him, just to get in his way a little bit.
Yeah, because you couldn't do anything else. Because imagine if like you made like your best player pick him up, like Chris Webber, like goddamn, like
Yeah,
I'm not letting Chris take that much punishment.
right. Not the whole game.
Yeah,
You can't.
like
You can't do that. Like, and then he'd be busy doing that the whole like while he's playing.
yeah, and
That
trying to do
he
stuff on offense, like
exactly.
it's like goddamn. Like I remember like there was one game like that I was playing, and because like I happened to be the best defender, which isn't great. Like my defense is not great. I got
Hmm.
fucking exhausted just because I was doing both sides.
Just
So
playing defense.
yeah, just playing defense is just
Yeah,
only
just
it's
playing
only
defense.
effort,
That's the
honestly.
thing. Like, if I have to play defense, then we gotta have somebody else that's gonna score
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
can't do both.
Yeah, it's one of those
I
things where
can't.
it's
I
like
cannot do both.
yeah. Like that's why like having two-way players like Kawhi or Paul George, that's why they're so valuable because they can do it both.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
at the end of the day, you need someone else to pick up the slack. Otherwise, dudes are
yeah.
just gonna be
But
carrying
also
it. Go ahead.
but also they're defending players in their position, which are
Yeah.
smaller players.
Yeah.
There is it's not like they have to
Guard
guard
Shaq.
a Mack truck or anything like that. Like, yeah, I mean that's
Imagine
why they called him
everybody
Big
got
Diesel,
fouled
man. He
out.
was huge.
Imagine everybody got fouled out, like all your
Hmm.
big men,
Oh,
and you're like the next biggest guy. You're like maybe 6'7". They're like, all right, you got to guard Shaq at least the next 5 minutes. I'd be like, good fucking luck.
dude, didn't that no, no, not that he had to guard Shaq, but didn't that happen once with the Lakers? Didn't they have so many injuries, and they got into
Oh,
foul trouble
yeah.
this is when Steve Nash was on the team that he ran into the locker room, changed, and he was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna play injured then."
I don't remember what happened exactly, but there was something where they were so injured and they had
Hmm.
already ran out of like their bench that I
Hmm.
think a guy that had already fouled out, if I'm not mistaken, it was Chris Kaman,
Mm.
was allowed to go back in.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and like it was like one of those things where the ref happened to know the rule because it's like
Hmm.
such an old rule. I think they pulled out the rule book and like dust came out.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, but they're like, damn, I didn't even, the guy. I think the NBA was like, we forgot about this rule,
yeah.
you know?
He can come back in, but they have to shoot like a technical free throw or something.
Yeah, you have to do like a technical. Yeah, like they have to shoot like a technical, and then I think you can only get like I can't even remember what the full rule was. I'll have to look it up at some point, but I think they're not
Yeah,
allowed to like foul out again or something like that. I can't. I don't think they can
they
foul.
just they cannot foul anymore. They're like, all right, dude, seriously, don't
Yeah,
foul anymore.
I'm gonna look up that Lakers
Yeah.
sub
So
rule.
basically, yeah, yeah, because it's like that. That's funny to be like, hey, don't foul anymore, which pretty much tells the player like, hey, you're just placement now. Like
Yeah, you're
you're
just
just a
be a
body
body.
that you can't play defense. You can't play defense because their chances are you're gonna foul.
I wonder what it is.
That's interesting. If you're the Lakers, you could do whatever you want. Honestly, the Lakers have been one of the most protected teams in the league.
Yeah, even as a Laker fan too, like
I
I
mean,
have to admit,
dude, you're wearing a Clippers sweater right now. What the
it's
hell are you
very
talking about?
comfortable. Okay.
Ah, shut up. um, but like, I feel like, I mean, you start to think all these conspiracy theories. There's all these conspiracy theories in basketball and shit
Mhm.
like that. But I think one of the conspiracy theories that I've concocted in my own head is like, is that the play-in tournament for the playoffs,
Hmm.
like that was all put together to help teams like the Lakers, the Golden State Warriors, just because
They
they
were
knew that
ass.
they weren't going to be contenders, that they were going to, if otherwise they were going to miss the playoffs. So they're
That's
like, hey,
true.
if we give them one more shot, maybe they could still make it to the playoffs, and we'll have the Lakers in the playoffs. We'll have Golden State still there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like helping them
Yeah.
to like have the season that they're going to have anyways without the consequence, without the
Yeah.
possible consequence, because they still have to win those games.
Yeah.
And I
Because I
get it
think,
is,
yeah, I
yeah,
think they're supposed to finish like 8 and they get 7, like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think because like traditionally, like when I used to watch, like before I started watching again and being more serious about following the sport again,
mhm.
because I've become a different person during the NBA season.
Yeah.
Little less now that I saw the C's win another championship. I was kind of like, okay, like now I'm not going to yell at the TV as much. I got what I wanted,
Yeah. You've seen it
you
twice in
know.
your lifetime.
Yeah, but it's still really hard. But like I mean, not really hard, but it's still really like it's still something that like I'll still watch it. Like today, like I was watching the game and I tried my hardest not to yell at the TV, but I had to.
You're just over there,
So.
just like you rip your shirt off like Hulk Hogan every time they just miss a three.
Yeah, no, yeah, and it was stuff like that where just like if they're not playing good defense, turning the ball over, it gets frustrating
Yeah.
because you want your team to play better.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
it's for even like when you're at like a bad game too. Like I remember one time, my dad and I went to a Clipper game, Clippers versus
mm,
Suns,
mm,
and both teams sucked, dude. I don't know what it was in the
it was
air, their
yeah,
water. It was like the laziest game that you've ever seen, like them play.
mm,
Dude, we left by like we went to go get food at halftime, and then
hmm
third quarter started, and then we finished our food, and then we're just like, do you just want to go home? And then we just left.
yeah. Don't deal with the traffic, man.
Yeah.
If it's one of those like low scoring games and they keep turning the ball over and no one's scoring anything, no one's doing anything spectacular. It's kind of just a game that you kind of wish you could have just followed the score
Yeah.
on your phone sometimes.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
one of those things where I was like, damn, we really drove all the way out here. We only watched like maybe three-fourths of the game, like,
Hmm.
and it was so bad, let me tell you, when we were walking out, we actually saw Jerry West in his car leaving, like the arena.
Really?
Yeah, we like because there's an area where like like the cars can come in, the buses and all
Hmm.
that stuff go. Like we were there, and I just see Jerry West just like leaving. So
You
RIP Jerry
saw
West.
even
He
the
he
logo
he
took
knew he
off.
was like, this game is trash. He was like, I
Yeah.
can't believe
I'm
I'm
going
alive for this.
I'm gonna
And
go
he
do
just
something. I
dipped.
can't believe I'm alive still for this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do
Yeah.
something else. Which is
Yeah.
crazy. Imagine being Jerry West. You're part of like the organization, you work for them, and then you're like, this game is fucking bullshit. I'm out.
I'm out of here. Yeah. Yeah. You guys tell me when the game's over. You know.
Yeah, I would love
But
to be
but
that rich to just be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna go home. Like, nope.
yeah, 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 yeah. But it's kind of like, but you kind of don't want to always do stuff like that because I think well in the postseason is probably when you don't want to leave regardless
Yeah.
because there's two stories that I like to think of when I think of people leaving early
Mm,
only to miss either the greatest comeback in history
hmm.
or something or to miss something amazing. Like I think the first scenario was when Ray Allen brought
The
the
Heat.
Miami Heat back.
Mm. Oh
Remember
yeah,
in the
people were
it was
leaving.
like I think it was like 2000. Yeah, people were leaving and they weren't allowed to come back either.
Yeah,
So
there's
they
no
heard
re-entry.
that Ray Allen tied the game
Yeah.
and people were trying to get back inside and they were like nah. So they just missed a really good comeback and the Heat ended up winning that game.
Yeah.
There was that one and then there was the Reggie Miller one. The one where they're playing against New York
Uh-huh.
where I think even their GM or something was like he was like fuck this I'm going to my office leave me alone
Yeah.
because they thought it was over and then Reggie
Yeah.
Miller hits like four threes in a row or some shit like that
Something insane.
and then he's like and then someone knocked on his door and he's like hey like um
We fucked up.
Like you might want to watch the game again. And he's like,
Yeah.
don't. He's like, don't fuck with me right now.
Yeah.
He's like, no, Reggie Miller's about to tie the game. And he's like, what?
Yeah,
And he went
dude.
back. He went back in and watched him like if he was there the whole time.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, what's up, guys? I
So
need to use
so
the
you
restroom."
don't always yeah, you don't always want to prematurely leave, but at the same time, it's like if you do and nothing happens, then
Yeah.
you're doing what you want to do now.
Yeah.
So
I had
it
a
must be
feeling one
cool.
time, me and my dad, another Clipper game, it was against the Mavericks, and they were just getting like Luca was just being Luca,
Hmm.
and um, my dad was like, he's like, they're down by 14. I was like, we should probably go. I was like, nah, let's just see it out. Like, it's fourth quarter.
Yeah.
There's still like 5 minutes
14's
left.
not 14 is not that much in the
Yeah.
league nowadays, anyways.
Yeah. But the way they were playing, you would think that you could leave just because the Clippers were like, not, and then out of nowhere, Paul George just gets hot and then
Hmm.
he hits the tying three to take it into overtime.
Mm,
And I was
that's
like,
fun.
see, we would have
See,
missed all
Dad?
this.
See, Dad? You almost wanted to leave.
Yeah, and it was a fucking
Yeah.
crazy game. I want to say Mavericks still won, but I'm not, I don't remember. But it was still a
Oh
crazy
wow.
end to the game, you know?
So speaking of LA teams, but like so at the half, the Suns are up now.
Up by two.
Yeah, up by two, 50 to 48. So
Who fucked up? I'm trying to see here.
well, you said Braun didn't have that many points, so he's gonna have to come back. He's gonna have to bring the team back at 30 something years old. Gonna have to
Yeah,
work. Gonna have to work.
gonna have to work. That's crazy because like
Hmm.
the next highest scorer is literally Rui Hachimura.
Hachimura, I like Hachimura.
He's good.
He's
I think
good.
he's very underrated and I don't know if you saw LeBron yell at him or heard LeBron yell at him the other
Mm.
day.
No, I didn't.
He was like telling him, he's like, "Yo, swing that shit to me next time." He was like, I just hit 10 in a row." He's like, "And you're
Oh
over
yeah.
here." He's like, "And you're over here taking a contested shot."
Hmm.
And I was like, "Yep, that's
But here's the thing, like like Hachimura isn't. He shouldn't be your leading scorer
no,
ever.
no,
He needs to be one of those. He needs to be like play like the Drew Holiday role,
yeah,
where he's
role
just like, hey,
players.
I'll get you points, but for the most part, I'm gonna do whatever you need me to do. Like I'm not there to be the guy.
Yeah,
You have the guys. You have LeBron James. You have AD.
yeah,
D'Angelo Russell should be one of those guys as well.
yeah. He should be, but
So
he's such a streaky player, and not in a good way.
yeah.
Like you never know what you're gonna
Mm-mm.
get from him. Sometimes he'll give you like 27, hit a bunch of threes too, and then other days
Hmm.
he's like, "All right, I'm gonna give you guys like 4 points today on like 46 minutes."
Who have they played so far?
The Lakers?
Who have the Lakers played this? They know they played the Jazz. They're playing the Suns now. Who did they play before that?
The Lakers have played, let's see here. They played the Kings and they played the Suns and then the
Hmm.
Timberwolves.
Oh, so they didn't play the Jazz.
No,
Okay,
they
so they
haven't
play.
played the
I was
Jazz yet.
confusing them with. I was confusing them with the Kings
Yeah.
because I think was I talking to you about it where he hasn't won against Sabonis
Yeah, I think so. We
yet.
were talking about
No,
it
I was
at
talking to a
Brooks.
coworker about it.
Oh, maybe. We
He
might have
was like
talked about
0
this
and
before.
14. He was like hmm But he was like
Yeah.
0 and 14 against Sabonis, and finally he got a win over him.
That's so embarrassing, honestly. Because Sabonis is good, but like,
Sabonis is good. He's good,
but
but the
Jesus
Kings
Christ, 0 and 15?
are
Like really? Like 0 and
hmm
15. That's
That's
insane.
crazy.
Yeah.
When you're Anthony Davis and you have more melanin than your opponent, you should be
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
Because
literally.
well, I will say this, like, and again with the conspiracy theories against the Lakers sometimes. Sabonis that game was in foul trouble in the second quarter. I think he had like 3 fouls already.
Goddamn. That's the thing with him.
So
He
it's
does
like
a
okay,
lot.
like mhm. So it's like okay, so if your biggest opponent is in foul trouble, he's not going to play the game.
Yeah.
So you kind of didn't beat him
Yeah.
specifically because you didn't play him when he has you know
Yeah.
1 or 2 fouls in the third quarter. Like you didn't get to play him at his full potential. Yet they had to be careful with him
Yeah.
because if not, he would have fouled out early and then
Yeah.
can't use him either way. So.
Yeah, and that's crazy because that's a thing with
But
Sabonis is he does get into foul trouble. Um, so that's kind of
hmm
embarrassing for AD to be like this happens on a regular basis and he still can't beat him, you know? Like
hmm
you can't beat a guy that
yeah.
gets into foul
Well,
trouble.
well, now he did.
Well, now he did, but yeah, after
Yeah,
15
now he
attempts.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think there's always a like playing against the Lakers. There's always a player that's going to be in foul trouble.
yeah,
Like the Lakers are always they're a team that gets fouled a lot, dude, and it's weird. It's weird to see like to point out that an entire team gets fouled a lot.
yeah. Especially because they always say, "Oh, it's because the Lakers go into the paint." Yeah, so do a lot of other teams, and they don't get the same amount of calls as they do. I'll
Yeah,
admit that, there's a lot of favoritism there, and for what? Just so that they can get
dude,
in the play-in?
I was watching the game today, and
What's up? Sorry, I think you cut
yeah, I
out for a bit.
saw a bunch of fouls. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, but I mean, I will say it like the league is not the same without the Lakers really in
Yeah,
contention. When they're not in contention, when LeBron retires, ultimately, it's gonna be the worst thing for the Lakers if they can't get another star, dude. Like they're gonna have a really rough few years,
yeah. I
you
That's the
know.
thing with the Lakers is they're
So
like, "Oh, we take care of our stars and all that," but I'm like, "No, you guys don't." Like you guys just pay everybody the
yeah,
unreasonably insane contracts and it doesn't get you much. They gave
hmm
old and crippled Steve Nash like I think a max back in the day when he joined the Lakers. Bad back and all.
that team, but that team was supposed to make a difference, dude. That team
Yeah.
was supposed to. That was a super team,
Yeah.
but it just didn't. It didn't play out. It was too much stardom.
Yeah. It's like
I think
and
is
it
what it
didn't
is.
balance. There was no balance at all because it was
hmm
just Steve Nash,
Yeah,
Kobe,
yeah.
and Dwight. And Dwight also had
Dwight,
a bad
yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah. Dwight after leaving Orlando, Dwight was just not the same.
Yeah. And
He was the
yeah.
best that he could have been in Orlando.
Yeah. I think
I mean, they made it to
the finals. Yeah, they made
they made it all the way to the finals one year, yeah, and lost to the Lakers
yeah, I think
in
2009, I think.
2009, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just one of those
Yeah,
things
because
where I'm
because
like,
the
"Oh,
Lakers went back to back.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're right. Oh 09, 10. Oh
yeah,
09 and 10, yeah. That's
yeah.
the
The
those those
the
are the 2 years.
yeah the Lakers went back to back, and because they lost to the Celtics in '08.
Hmm.
Then they beat yeah, and then they beat Orlando for the
Hmm.
for the chip, and then after that they beat the Celtics for the chip.
Gotcha.
That one
Yeah.
was rough. I lost $20. I lost $20.
That was a terrible
But
game, honestly. I remember watching
yeah.
it. It was 83 to 79 or something like that.
hmm
And I was like, this is a terrible game, even for 2010 standards.
Yeah.
Just a low
They
scoring
got
game.
us back. Yeah, but they got us back.
In fairness, you
I
guys were
mean,
injured.
yeah, KG wasn't the same. He was coming back from a knee injury.
Yeah, something
Um,
crazy like that.
Rondo had his like arm bent in half by Dwayne Wade the series before.
Hmm.
So it was like, yeah, it,
Just
it was it was more of a it was more of a grit game back then. Like they were hurting themselves and still playing through it.
Yeah, just
And
these
now we
fools
have
were
Joel
fighting.
Embiid, who's like,
Oh
and
yeah,
now
the
we have Joel Embiid,
the back-to-backs.
fucking who doesn't want to play back to backs ever in his career. That's it.
Yeah, it's insane because it's like maybe not every back-to-back, but some back-to-backs. Like you know,
Yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, like you have to play some back to backs. It is part of the game.
it
I
just
mean,
it just happens
the
and
only way that I would
happens.
the only way that is justifiable for someone not to play back to backs is if they're like an old veteran. But if you're like their star player or one of their key players, dude, you have to play a lot, dude.
Yeah, dude,
The teams
Udonis
were,
Haslem was playing.
dude. Haslam is one of those players who's like remained in his same role, and it was inspiring because of it. Because he's like he was in the same role for so many years, but yet he didn't stop playing. And like
Yeah.
he
Dude,
played everything.
apparently
He
he
played like
still
almost
kept
every game and
lifting
shit.
like the same. Like
So
the way like when he was like a rookie, he still kept working out like crazy. And I was like, damn, imagine working out all the way to like 40 and you're just fucking still
some of those
doing
guys,
bench presses.
some of those guys are psycho, dude. And the only thing that's keeping them from playing is time. You
Yeah.
know,
And now I
because
think he's a
age
coach.
catches up to them.
I think he's a
Look at that.
coach
You
now or
can't get
something.
really you can't get away from the team, dude. Or you can't get away from the game, dude. It's like
Yeah.
when you
Well, I don't know if you knew
but
this.
those are
He's
the
like from
players.
Miami.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't
like
know that.
he went to like high school in Miami. He went to college in Miami, and then he got drafted by Miami. So he's like never left his house essentially.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
imagine you
pretty
just
cool
got
because also because you got to win championships in Miami as well.
Yeah, that's
You know,
insane.
because like didn't he won with did he win with D Wade?
Yeah, he was there. That's when he was like a starter. Yeah.
D Wade, Shaq,
D-Wade and
that
Shaq,
that
and then
team,
the big three.
and the big three they won what? How many championships? Two,
Two. So he won three championships.
three championships in the city that you were born in.
Yeah.
UD's one of the goats. Then
Yeah.
one of the as far as role players go, and players who are committed and loyal to their team, and also their team being loyal to them. Because at
Yeah.
any point they could have packaged the deal and sent him out, and they were just like, "No, Haslam's from here."
Yeah. Yeah, he's
That's
from
cool.
yeah, literally Jacksonville, Florida. And then
Wow.
he went to a high school in Miami after that.
Mm,
And then he literally went to Florida State.
mm,
Yeah, which which I believe is in Miami. I'm not sure. It could be wrong, but it says Gainesville, Florida. But regardless, he's never left
hmm
the state, essentially, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And he went
That's
undrafted.
cool.
He went undrafted.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't know he
Yeah,
went undrafted.
there's players like that, dude. There's players that they go undrafted that like later on become decent players. I think. Do you remember Brandon Bass? I believe he was also an
I didn't know
undrafted
he was
player that
undrafted.
I believe he was. He was either undrafted or he went second round. I don't know. But there's players like that who
Just
they go
goaded.
undrafted and then somehow they're like good still. Like they just don't give up on their play.
Let's see
So
who's here. I wonder who. There's got to be some crazy dude that's like,
mhm.
oh, Moses Malone was undrafted. Jesus Christ.
Nah,
I mean, I know that was in the ancient times, but still. Ben Wallace was undrafted.
that's
He
crazy.
had to go play in
That's
Italy.
crazy. That's crazy because he was a key piece in that Pistons team.
Yeah, dude,
He
he
was
was.
probably he was probably the key piece
Yeah,
in their defense for sure.
I could be wrong, but didn't he win like three-time Defensive Player of the Year,
I
like
think
something like that?
so. I think
Like
so.
it had to be
And
something crazy like that. He was like on the cover of one of those video games. I can't remember. It might have
hmm
been like NBA 2K4 or something like that,
hmm
2004. But
Wow.
yeah, like he was insane. Like you never see a defensive player make the cover.
hmm
Okay,
that.
Fred Van Vliet,
Mm,
Bruce Bowen. That's crazy. That's all those guys. That's
hmm
crazy. And then Haslam. But man, imagine being that good that you're like, nah, like I'm gonna go play in Italy.
Or imagine believing in yourself that much, where he's just like, hey, maybe they're not going to recognize my game right now, but I'm still going to work on it. So I'll
Yeah.
go to this country, develop my game on a professional team. So
Yeah.
you're playing on a professional level, just somewhere else,
Yeah. Where it's not as
and
good, but still something.
and then some scout comes out and kind of checks you out, and it's like, hey, do you want to play for the Pistons or something?
And you're like 6'10" and have like a 40-inch vertical.
He's like, hell yeah. He's like, I think you're the piece we need. And then next thing you know, he's the key piece.
Next
He's the
thing you know,
guy.
he you're locking up Shaq in the finals.
Locking up Shaq in the finals. You're winning a championship. But that team was great. That team, the
Yeah.
Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace, Rip Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince.
That was
Like,
the epitome of they were literally just going to outwork you, but they had enough
yeah,
talent to get by.
yeah. In '08, that's when I started watching basketball. I started watching basketball in '08 postseason,
Hmm.
and I watched the Eastern Conference that series against the Celtics and the Pistons, and
Yeah.
I told myself whoever makes it out of this series is going to be my team.
And what do you know?
And what do you know? The Celtics made it out of that series,
Yeah.
and that's when Kevin Garnett was my favorite player, and that's when they win a championship, and you know
Well, I'm glad that
that's the
happened to you because
history.
if not, you'd be a Pistons fan.
Pistons fan, and that would be terrible. I'd be like, man, we I'd just be like, we're tough, man. You remember Malice at the Palace? We'll fight
Yeah,
anybody. We'll fight
you just
fans.
punch, just known for
our
punching
fans,
people.
our fans will fight players, dude. We're crazy.
That's
You
great. You
know?
know what's also like insane about like dudes that go overseas is like they see some shit. Like those European fans will like literally almost fight you.
Oh, I bet, and it's not like over here what I would imagine, where like the security detail is kind of like it's really strict over here.
Yeah.
Like I think I remember seeing this one. I think Kenyon Martin had a stalker
Hmm.
once, and she like had walked onto the court once,
Oh shit.
asking where's Kenyon at, or Kenyon Martin, because he wasn't playing or he
Uh-huh.
didn't travel with the team.
Okay. Oh
So,
shit.
so this bitch walked onto the court and was like, "Where's Kenyon at?"
I didn't know
Like,
that.
what the?
I
You don't
did not
remember
know
that?
that.
You don't remember that was funny. It was funny. She was
Dude,
like sitting courtside and she walked into the court, like into mid court, and was like, "Where's Kenyon at?"
that's scary, dude.
That's very scary.
Yeah, but I mean that's here, and that's already scary.
Hmm.
Imagine going in like I don't know, let's say you're because I know Pat Bev played in Ukraine, and then
Hmm.
there's just some like giant Ukrainian that's just ready like gonna point a gun at you if you don't hit his over or cover the spread.
Yeah, yeah. You lose me very lots of money. You lose me money.
I'd be like, okay, I guess I'm dropping 30 tonight.
I guess I'm playing for my life as well as this win right
And
here.
that's how you get good. That's how you get
Hmm.
good. That's how you
Yeah.
deal with pressure. At that point the NBA finals is nothing to you.
Nothing. Nothing. It's
They're like, I had
easy.
a gun pointed at my head.
Dude, I was about to die if I didn't win.
That's what Luca probably thinks about this whole league now. He's like, dude, I had guys like throwing flares at me since I was like 15 years old.
Hmm.
I was like, this is
Yeah.
nothing to me.
I think because I haven't gotten a chance to see the Mavericks really play too much this season so far.
Yeah, I haven't seen them
Um,
play either.
but like I don't know if Luca has gotten over the whole arguing with the ref or having discussions with the refs the whole game.
Hmm.
Because like I think that was one of the things where it's like if you just focused on playing,
He would be a lot
you'd
better.
probably you'd be I mean you would help your team a lot more
Yeah.
instead of like you're not gonna help the team arguing with the refs the whole time. They're just gonna tee you. They're either gonna tee you up or you're just not gonna play defense because you're gonna be spending so much time arguing with why that should have been a foul.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
and
you're
then they're
not
not gonna like you.
right, right, and in turn they might call more fouls on against your team because of
Yeah.
it. I mean, not that they should do that. You know,
Yeah, but
they
they're
should just
human, get annoyed.
yeah, for sure,
I
for
would
sure.
probably be
I
like, dude,
mean,
fuck this guy. Like,
yeah,
just
just
exact like and
call
then do
everything on this guy, dude.
yeah, do the
So.
whack, get out.
Oh my gosh, one of the greatest moments in basketball history. And but that we should correct ourselves. That was not was that ref? It wasn't Scott Foster. It
It
was some
was
other ref.
oh, okay.
I don't remember. I don't remember what his name. He's not. I don't think he's refing anymore.
Yeah, probably
But
not.
yeah,
It's been a while, but he's like, get away from
whack!
me, Steve.
Get away
Get away
from me,
from me,
Steve!
Steve.
Get away from me, Steve! Funniest one of the funniest moments in ref history. On Tuesdays, for those that don't know, we go to
Yeah.
this bar called Brooks Bar in Riverside. It's a golf driving range, and we riff off topics.
And
And
that was a topic me and
me
Carlos put in.
and you, we put it in. We just put it word for word. We put whack, get out, get away from me, Steve, get away. And when I put when you put the topic in, I was like, I hope William Henderson gets it.
And you know what?
And it was
The
his first
universe
topic.
answered. The universe
Yeah,
answered.
and it was the most fun, dude. At least for the both of us, I had so much fun.
Dude, we
That
were
night was
both
cool.
dying. I thought you were about to choke.
Yeah, dude, and dude, like I don't laugh hard like that, like all that often, especially not at the riff.
Yeah.
So it was like that. That was a lot of fun. Sometimes the topics are really fun. I have a
Yeah.
topic for you. I have a topic. I have a weird ass topic for you. I was thinking about throwing this. I'll
Th
probably throw this topic in at the bucket
Tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Gotcha.
But like
I'm gonna
in
see
case
it.
you get it, you could probably start thinking.
God.
So the topic is this. Okay, so if if every time you got your dick sucked, you lost an inch of penis, or so let's say you lose an inch of penis every time you get your dick sucked,
Mhm.
but you gain 2 inches every time you suck a penis.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, like I've
But is
like
there a limit here to like, because if what if you just kept like either or either option? Like,
mhm.
does it just disappear or does it just keep
It
growing?
could
Like,
it could disappear,
it could
So
disappear.
so at
Okay.
some point, dude, you'll be at like 1 inch, and you'll be asking your homie like, "Come on, dude, let me get two." You got eight, like or something. I would treat it like a credit score, really. Like I just be on top of like a little bit on top of it.
Yeah.
Not fully on top of it. I'd probably have to suck on maybe two more penises than I have to just to be like always above the number.
Yeah, that's what I was about to
But
say. I was like, you gotta go over, unfortunately,
you
just
gotta
in
have
case it happens.
you gotta go over to compensate the times that you are gonna just get it sucked, so that way you don't lose too much inches, so I would say you have to start off by being above average.
My question is this a problem for all men or just you yourself, for
This
example?
is a problem for all men.
Oh, okay, okay.
This like all men are on the same page. This is the same scenario for
Gotcha. Okay.
everyone.
Like
For every for some Yeah, since the dawn of time, as soon as you hit puberty, you realize this.
gotcha. So okay, so putting it simple, like women have a menstrual cycle and we have a dick sucking cycle, basically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. But here's the
Okay.
thing: like, you don't always have to get your dick sucked.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
you could just get you could suck enough to get the perfect cock and just ride that out. But the moment lips touch your wang,
You're
it
just
shrinks about an
you're at a
inch.
deficit.
No, it shrinks an inch. It
Yeah,
shrinks an inch.
you're at a deficit. You're always losing.
So, so you want to start above average for sure,
Yeah.
and then kind of just
That would
like
suck.
gradually, you know,
That would suck.
yeah, it would. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
imagine you're
I mean,
already
but
starting
I
off
bet there would
small.
be, but then you yeah, but then you'd have to think of all those dudes that like are gonna suck so many that they're gonna be stepping on their cock, and but then you realize them like, oh, those guys are probably just gay because like that's what they love doing,
They're just walking
is
around with a
fucking have.
fire hose.
They're just yeah, there's a boa constrictor in their freaking in their pants and shit. So, but I thought about throwing that topic into the bucket
Okay, I'm
tomorrow.
gonna think about
Just
this.
to
Yeah, I'm gonna think about this then.
yeah, it's crazy.
That's
Another
that's
here
funny.
here here's a basketball related
Okay.
scenario here. Like we've talked like last time we talked about like the owners, coaches, white players, white coaches, white owners that could possibly use the N word.
Yeah.
And I think we're asking the wrong question.
Okay. I'm curious. I'm
I
in.
think I think right now, if you look at the style of the NBA style right now,
Hmm.
as far as like the way they look, do you remember um uh AI Allen Iverson? He kind of brought the shooter sleeve into that became popular because of him,
Yeah.
you know. And nowadays it's dreads. I think it looks cool as fuck, dude. All these players that have dreads.
Yeah.
Who are the white players that are allowed to have dreads?
Oh fuck.
I knew it. I knew this was a good question. I knew it.
Okay, like for sure off the top of my head, white chocolate. For sure. For sure.
I'm talking about in the league right now.
In
But
the league
yes,
right
that
now,
yeah.
in the league right now,
I,
that's tough.
I think
Luka,
Luca could
Luka,
definitely have
Jokic,
dreads.
Jokic.
I think no, Jokic needs to be bald. He cannot have dreads.
It would be too much
I
power.
think Luca can. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, he is a two-time MVP, so
Yeah,
maybe if he wins three, then yes, he could have dreads. But then there's oh man, I thought of someone right now, but I totally forgot.
damn.
Fuck, Luca, maybe even Tyler Hero.
Oh God. Yeah, but I wouldn't want to see that. But yeah.
No, there's players that absolutely cannot. Porzingis cannot. Any blonde. Oh, here's the deal. Any blonde
Uh-huh.
dreadlocks are not allowed. That's not.
That's the
You
rule.
know. That's the I mean, like right now, what's his name? D'Angelo Russell has blonde dreads.
Yeah.
So imagine that on a white player.
Oh God. Okay, Chet Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren
Yeah.
with dreadlocks.
Yeah.
I don't know. His name is Chet, dude.
I know, but still,
It's kind of
We got a guy named Luca with dreads.
yeah. I mean, man. Oh well, here's the thing. In the UFC, if
Uh-huh.
if a fighter has long hair, they braid it. They put it in
Yeah,
braids.
yeah.
So I don't know.
So it doesn't get in the way.
That might be acceptable.
Okay. So are we talking
Yeah, so
dreads or are
like
we
I mean
talking
that's acceptable
braids?
in the UFC and they're fighting.
So braids maybe?
Let's say both.
Okay.
Let's say braids.
Okay.
Dread I mean well dreads is funnier.
Yeah, dreads is funnier though.
Seeing a white player with dreads is it is funnier.
I'll give you a
Are
name
there
right
any
now.
white players right now that have Austin Reeves?
Yeah.
Austin Reeves could have some dreads.
Austin Reeves could have some dreads. Dude, imagine him fucking running past you with his dreads.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I would be disgusted. I would be
I was like, oh my
disgusted.
God, what is this white trash guy doing?
Dude, okay, I know he doesn't have hair, but Alex Caruso.
Yes.
Alex Caruso could have dreads.
He could definitely have dreads. He could rock the dreads.
Oh God, I found another one. You're gonna hate it though.
Who do you got?
Josh Giddey.
Josh Giddey should not be in the league anymore. Period.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. How is he even doing in Chicago?
I don't even know, dude. Like, let me look at the Bulls. They won today.
Did they?
Josh Giddey, he had 12 points, 13 rebounds. Okay.
This might be this could be his final season actually.
Yeah. Honestly, they're in the battle of mid. They're 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
They played the
Yeah, dude.
Grizzlies.
Wow.
And Ja Morant didn't play. Is he injured
Oh,
again?
did he bring bullets instead of a gun this time?
Dude, I didn't even know um how they got guns in because like they have to go through a metal detector.
The players do?
Yeah, like they
Do
all
their
go through
bags
like
have to
this.
go? Do their bags have to go through
I don't
metal
know.
detectors?
Unless it was like one of those fucking what is it, 3D printer guns. Yeah, well, he didn't
I
play
don't think
tonight.
he would buy one of those. What about what's his name for the Jazz?
Laurie
Laurie
Markkinen?
Markkinen.
Oh God,
You think
no.
he would
Oh
have some
God.
dreads? I don't think so too. Not if he plays for Utah.
Not if he plays for Utah. They'll yeah, like
Not if he plays for Utah. They all look more that entire team looks Mormon.
yeah. Honestly, yeah,
The
the only one
coaching
that
staff,
doesn't
a
is
few of the
Jordan Clarkson.
players. Jordan Clarkson's the only one, yeah,
Yeah, he's
and
the only one
he
with
has
melanin.
dreads. Melon, yeah, yeah.
Ooh, Steven Adams.
Um, Steven Adams, yes, yes, because he already has long hair.
Yeah,
He could definitely put him in dreads. Yeah, absolutely. I'll allow it. Brooke Lopez.
I could see that. Yeah, Brooke
I could
Lopez.
definitely see Brooke Lopez.
Robin already had fucking curly ass. He had the Nikki B
Yeah,
hair.
He had a fro. Yeah, he had an afro.
Ooh, Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Oh, he's Mexican.
Yeah,
Or
but he
so are we
looks
saying
like,
not non-black players that have dreads? I
I
think Jaime
guess
Hawkins could.
he could pull it
If
off.
Jaime Hawkins, well, I will say this: if he won Rookie of the Year, he would have been able to do it. I would have said without question.
Gotcha.
But he didn't. So I don't know. That's a good question.
Okay, fair enough.
Um, who else is there? Like oh Bogdanovich.
Did he have some crazy ass hair?
Imagine Bogdanovich with dreadlocks, man. I will
Bog.
say this: if Chris Kaman was still playing, if
Oh
Chris
God.
Kaman back in the day, if he had dreadlocks, yeah,
Dude, he's had some wild
that would
haircuts
actually.
before, hasn't he? Bogdanovich?
Hmm.
I feel like he's had some
I don't
crazy
remember.
haircuts. Didn't he have like a mohawk for a
Aren't
while, or is
there?
that another Bogdanovich?
Aren't there? Are, oh, speaking of Mohawks, Birdman. What's his name? Anderson. What was it
Yes. Chris Anderson?
for Chris Anderson?
Yeah.
You
Yes, yes, he could. Yes.
think so? With all
Yes.
those tats,
Yes.
because of the tats,
Yes.
he could
All of
definitely
all
have.
of the above, his the way he carries himself, the tattoos, the dunks,
Hmm.
the trash talk, everything.
Oh,
It's all there.
Mike Miller.
Ooh, Mike Miller.
Remember Mike Miller? Mike Miller.
I would be disgusted if he drops 27 on me, but yes, he can get 20
Hmm.
he can get dreadlocks.
Yeah. If you play for Boston, you can't have dreadlocks as a white
No,
guy.
no, they'll burn you at the stake. Like their inner KKK will come out.
Hmm. Yeah, Porzingis can't. Fucking Pritchard can't.
Dude, they would have a
Sam
field
Hauser
day
cannot.
if
Luke
Jaylen
Cornett
Brown is
cannot.
already being risky
It
with
just.
just his braids.
You think so?
Yeah, because remember he didn't have that before. Before I think it was just kind of like a fade, like a low fade.
He, when he first came in, he had like the high top,
Yeah,
flat top.
hmm
You know.
with a low fade. I'm
You
telling you,
know.
he
Yeah.
he's bold for taking that risk.
Hmm. Yeah. Doesn't look bad now. I'm telling you, I like the look, dude. I like the dreads, dude. It's
The
so cool.
dreads.
Like if I was a black player, I would definitely have dreads
Yeah,
for
it's a
sure.
lot of
Like
maintenance.
fucking what's his name? Tyrese Maxey's
Oh, with
dreads are
his,
cool. Yeah, his dreads are cool. Even what's his name for Brooklyn? Cameron Thompson.
okay, let me see, Cam Thompson.
Cam Thompson. He pretty much has the same hair as Tyrese Maxey.
He's on
So
the Bucks, he said, or where?
the Nets.
The Nets.
Cameron Thompson. Cam
Oh,
Thompson. You might,
Thompson. Let me see, Cam
is it
Thompson.
Thompson? I'm
Is
probably
it
wrong.
Thomas? Cam Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah, Cam Thomas.
Cameron
There we go.
Thomas.
Yeah,
Cam Thomas. Yeah.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, yeah. When he was in Phoenix, he was also really good.
Yeah.
Oh no, no, he's always
Yeah.
been in. No, never mind. I'm mixing him up. God damn it, Cam Thomas. Yes, he's always been with Brooklyn. Yes, yes, I like him. He's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here's
Damn.
another one with dreads. TJ McConnell.
Oh no. No. No, absolutely not.
Just have him running around the city of Indiana or Indianapolis with that.
Yeah, no, he looks like he should have the haircut he has.
The crazy fucking just whatever it
Yeah.
is, the white guy
Yeah.
haircut.
Yeah.
Ooh, Kevin
Dude,
Hor
I might even take back the Austin Reeves thing, honestly. Kevin Harter
Yeah, Kevin Hoarder.
for the Kings?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
You don't want to see a redheaded
Absolutely
dude
not. He
run around.
cannot. He can't. He shouldn't even have baggy shorts. That guy. You know. He
When
shouldn't
he
even
had
be
his
allowed to wear
mohawk.
shooter sleeves. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I think for white players, you should have a mohawk or a buzz cut.
I gotcha.
You cannot have a black haircut. You cannot have a black hairstyle.
Let me
It's
see.
really hard. You have to be really special.
I'm trying to think of like the most ridiculous ones right now. Oh God, this would be fucking
Oh man.
hilarious if he. This
All
would be
right, so
fucking hilarious. Boban Marjanovic.
the Cavaliers here. Yeah,
Just put Boban out
Dean
there.
Wade, Max Strus.
He could get it.
He could probably get some dreads. Who's the guy that's starting for Miami now? The forward,
Um.
the fucking the Russian sounding for
Oh,
the
Nikola Jovic.
Jovic.
Yeah,
He
Jovic is.
definitely cannot.
You don't want that type of
Yeah.
power.
No, he can't. He cannot have. He can't have dreads. It's not allowed. What about? Oh, what about Sabonis?
I don't think he would ever get them, but he does. He should be allowed to wear them.
He should be allowed.
There's no way that
Definitely be
you have as
allowed.
much game as he has and be like, no, he doesn't deserve to.
No, no, no. Absolutely not.
I think if he wasn't Lithuanian, he would
Mhm.
get them. If he was American, like full-blown American,
Do you think he would have dreads right now? I
yeah,
don't think he would have dread. I don't think he would have dreads.
you don't
His
think so?
dad also played. His dad also played for
Yeah.
Portland.
Yeah,
Uh,
his dad was a fucking
imagine,
beast.
imagine having a dad that plays and you're in the league and now you're good
Now you're
enough to be on a.
now you're a
You're good enough
god
to be
too.
on. Now you're yeah. Now you're good enough to be featured on that Netflix docuseries.
I still haven't seen the whole thing.
It's all right. Like I said, if you watch Drive to Survive or that the football one,
Yeah,
I think it's called like Receiver or some shit like that,
it's
or
kind
I
of
don't
like
know what it's
that.
called. It's almost exactly like that. They have these five players and they just swap. They just jump from story to story.
Okay,
You kind of get to know the players, and it's a lot like Drive to Survive. It's pretty much the same format. The Lakers
gotcha.
are up now,
Oh, they are. Let me
80,
take a look
83
again.
to 76. The
Damn.
refs are starting to cheat for them.
Let's see. I'd have to check the box score later. I mean, not the box score, but like all the fouls and all that. Let's see. Because
Dude,
LeBron
but
only has six.
around the league, wow. But around the league, dude, if you look at it, we had our first overtime game with the
Uh,
Nuggets and Raptors,
oh
and the
shit.
Nuggets won by 2 points. I bet that was a fun game. Pacers beat the Magic. The Wizards got a win today.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Um, the Pistons are probably going to be the worst team in the league again.
It's gonna be Brooklyn.
You think so?
They got nothing, remember?
That is true, but Pistons haven't won since the season. I mean, it's we're only what 3, 4 games
Holy
in.
shit, they're 0-4? Oh, I didn't know
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, dude. Pistons
Let's
are
see. Who
they
have they
they
played?
they almost got a win against the Celtics. I will say that. The
They
Knicks
played the
lost to
Pacers.
the Knicks lost to the Cavs. Cavs are pretty good.
Cavs look
They're
good.
also 4-0. Cavs are good, man. Rockets beat the Spurs. The Battle of Texas.
If you had to say which team definitely runs Texas, is it San Antonio, Houston, or Dallas?
Right now, Dallas.
Dallas? What about overall?
Overall,
I'm gonna go with San Antonio.
probably San Antonio. They won more titles.
Yeah.
They won all the titles, like in Texas. I
Yeah.
mean, the Mavericks had that one
Yeah, the Mavericks
against the
have won.
Lakers.
Houston has
Where
two, right? I think.
do they? Yeah,
I think because
and
they
then
won two with Hakeem for sure.
and the Spurs have what 4 or 5?
Yeah, I think they have 99, 03, 05, 07, and
Hmm.
then 2014. So they have five. Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And all
See.
with basically the same team for most of that.
Oh, dude, it's always a good thing when the same team when your core players come back
Yeah.
and a lot of the role players. Like I think at that time, it was
I think the
it.
next dynasty, if they get it together, could be the Thunder.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like the Thunder have yet to win their first one.
Yeah.
Dude. They could potentially win one this season.
I think it's one of those things where if you break through,
Hmm.
once you break through, you're solid.
Yeah,
I think it's almost like a mental thing, and the
yeah.
rest of the teams now know, and it's like one of those things where once you have it, you can't really lose it. So you
Hmm.
just play with extra kind of confidence and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, with the pressures behind you, you won already.
Yeah.
So you kind of don't need to necessarily prove yourself all too much. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to go that hard. You could start enjoying the game as the best team
Yeah.
now instead of having to prove that you're the best team. Now you've
Yeah.
proven you're the best team. Now you kind of just enjoy being the best team.
Yeah. That's
So
the only reason why I could see actually the Celtics repeating is because they've
because
already
they're a
done
pretty
it.
damn good team.
They've already
Hmm.
done it and they didn't lose anybody. Whereas Denver, when they won and everyone was touting them as the next dynasty, people forget they
Hmm.
lost Jeff Green and Bruce Brown. Those were two solid
Hmm.
pieces, like that you just can't make
Hmm.
up for that.
It's crazy when yeah. It's crazy when immediately after a team wins a championship, there's players that just leave.
Yeah,
Like
that's what fucked them up.
they've done what they could, and they're just like, I'm out.
Hmm. And now they lost KCP as
Hmm.
well. So
He, yeah, maybe he saw something that everybody else didn't. He's probably like, hey, we won that one time, it was great, and now it's kind of like it's going to be a struggle to win. And he's
yeah,
probably like, I don't want. Well, who did he go with?
for what?
Who did KCP end up playing with? Who is he playing with now?
Orlando, I believe.
Orlando.
Yeah, so that I mean, they need yeah, he's with Orlando. They need that. They need veteran presence. They need
Hmm.
somebody that's
Hmm.
going to like kind of carry them there that knows how to win, because he
Hmm.
could take them at least, I mean not saying him, but like that team if they get their shit together, they could make a conference finals.
Hmm.
You know, if they
Yeah.
avoid like the Celtics and and the Knicks, if they can avoid actually, no, I think they could go toe to toe with the Knicks, but if they could avoid, one of those teams for most of the playoffs, like they could make a conference finals run
Hmm.
because
For the
nobody's
first
standing
time
in their
in
way. Yeah.
for the first time in a long time since that time that they made it to the finals was probably like the last time that the Orlando Magic was actually contenders.
Yeah, because Paolo Banchero, he's a good player, man. He's no joke. Dude, he
He's
dropped 50 today. Look at that.
did he?
He dropped 50 on the
Wow.
Pacers
Wow.
and the score was 119, so he almost dropped half of the points.
And 13 rebounds and 9 assists. Dude, this fool almost got a triple double with 50
Dude,
points.
I would have been so mad. It's like passing the ball to somebody, they just keep smoking the layup.
Come on, bitch. Gary Harris, what are you doing? 0 points. Yeah, but he
Yeah,
passed the
that was
last.
probably the guy.
He was like, you need to get on the board, dude. The rest of us are. He freaking passes it to fucking Cole
Cole Anthony,
Anthony.
0 points. I thought he
Probably
was good.
missed.
Now he's just falling apart. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, look at that.
Jalen
But
Suggs, 25,
I mean, speaking of KCP, he only had 4 points.
4 points.
You know, but
Yeah,
it's
and
like,
zero
when
rebounds.
you, but when your star player is scoring 50, that's probably why you have not that many points. This fool
Yeah, he's probably
ate up all
looking
the.
at that and he's like, I probably can take the night off offensively. And he's like, I can just focus on defense today.
Hmm. That's crazy. That's probably the most points anyone scored this season so far.
50. Yeah, I don't think anybody else has.
Like, I mean, we're only 4 games in, but
Yeah,
still,
but
that's
that's still amazing. Like that means this guy got off to a hot start.
dude. I was impressed when Tatum got 37 the other night, and now I'm like 50 points.
Yeah, it makes you feel like shit.
That must be nice.
Yeah,
But then when you have a put together team, you have players that you don't the play like your players don't need to score 50
yeah,
in order to win this game. Maybe Paolo Banchero had to score 50
yeah. Because I'm looking at his other
because
games and he got
I
16, 15.
he just went for 50 one night. But here's the thing, like it's always very interesting to see when players when a player will go for like an insane amount of points, the game is always still really close.
Yeah,
I think last season Luca scored 74,
and they
and
still lost.
that game was that no they won, but
Oh, they won?
it was like 124 to like 119 or 120 something. So it was still a close game, but he scored 74 points.
Damn.
It's
I would be so
crazy.
fucking heated.
I'd be so mad. I was like, dude, I did all that work and we still lost. That's insane. You guys got to give us that win
Dude, that's like when
just out of off of.
um LeBron got mad at J.R.
Mm.
Smith for fucking up that
Oh,
play in the finals.
I thought we was up.
Yeah, oh
That
dude,
play.
because imagine being LeBron again in the finals against the KD Warriors, and
You're
you drop 51 points,
hmm
and you're
Were they
like, we could
were
have taken game one.
yeah, were they down and that was their last chance, or were they tied?
I want to say
They were down two, right?
I know because I don't remember what exactly happened. I need to look back at it, but like they could have won it, put it that way.
Hmm.
But also people forget is God, what's his name? I forget his fucking name. He was on Indiana, and I totally forget his name. Um, he missed the two free throws also.
Oh damn.
So like everybody, but JR's is
He
the
was
worst
losing
one.
it. Oh, that's way worse because he was like, I thought we were up. Like
Like,
you
are
could
you
see
not
him
paying
mouthing it.
attention?
You could hear, yeah, it's like you thought we were up. Like when did you just start the NBA last season? Like
There's
what
a
are you talking
giant
about?
scoreboard around.
You should know. You should know. It's kind of like when Chris Webber took that timeout for Michigan when they had
Uh-huh.
no timeouts left.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, you had someone like Jimmy King who was like straight up was like, no, everyone knew we had no more timeouts.
Yeah. Everyone knew
he, he was like, it was very clear, you know,
that we had no timeouts.
no timeouts. You travel, they don't call it. You travel, they don't call it. And then he gets stuck. He gets stuck, and instead of you know swinging the ball around, he calls timeout because that's like a natural reaction
Yeah, because he was
around
trying to
crunch
like,
time.
yeah, he was trying to, well, yeah, because they were trying to get the ball back, and then um, yeah, that's what happened. He like fucked it up.
Yeah, he did.
George Hill, that's who it was.
George Hill.
That's the guy that missed the free throws with the Cavs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
And
Oh, I
then
forgot about
JR
George
got the
Hill.
rebound. JR gets the rebound and then he like tries to run out the clock.
Instead of like resetting the play or throwing the ball back up.
He honestly, if he had been paying attention, I think when he gets the rebound, he could have just put the shot back up and then if it
Hmm.
goes in, it goes in, you know, but um
That would have been better. That would
yeah.
have been better. Like all around, because like if you take a shot at the basket at the end, no one's gonna be mad at you if it doesn't go. I mean, it's gonna suck if it doesn't go in,
Yeah.
but that's the right play to
Yeah.
make.
Yeah.
It's not to run out the clock when you're down.
Yeah, but
And to have the best player on your team score 51 and reasonably yell at you.
yeah, like I would have been mad too. Like
Yeah.
I can't even remember like that whole like scenario. Like I think everyone's just confused. Like even the Warriors are looking at each other like what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
They probably
Like
got
the,
confused
yeah. But they also blew like a 3-1 lead once, didn't they? Against the Cavs.
against the Cavs in 2016.
That might have been the same season, right? Or the same
That
series?
was the series the year before.
So the year before they blew a 3-1, which is statistically it
Yeah,
just doesn't happen.
it doesn't happen because you're
You know,
already at the finish line. You just have to walk
win one more
towards.
game.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah, you have to win one more game, play good deep, and then the
and they
Cavs
were at
blew it.
home too, like for
Hmm.
game five.
And not the Cavs blew it, but the fucking the Warriors blew it.
Yeah,
That was one that they just like couldn't live that one down.
I
But
mean it also helped having LeBron and Kyrie go for 41 points each.
hmm
Dude, imagine your biggest stars dropping 82 points. Like that is
dude,
downright insane.
wow, this Laker Suns game,
It's going back and forth.
91 91 to 90 right now with
Let's see.
6:35 left in the fourth quarter.
Um, LeBron is playing like Trash. 7 points. I mean, 8 assists. Good for him, but
It is just yeah, it is. Those are all going to AD. I bet 28 points. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah, he's
28,
probably like,
13.
tonight's not my night. I need to get everybody else involved.
Which is like when you're in the Lakers, like who else is there if it's not Anthony Davis?
Yeah, like everyone else
Because
just needs to step up.
that you can legitimately rely on.
Hmm.
Because I think Austin Reeves probably averages about 18 to 20 points a game, maybe
Yeah,
17 is probably his average.
yeah. Let's see here. Austin Reeves averages, but right now it looks like Rui's doing a number right now. I think he's got. Yeah, you're right. Austin Reeves, 18 points per game.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I know what I'm talking about.
So yeah, Rui Hachimura has 18, Austin Reeves with 16, D'Lo with 14, LeBron with 7, Max Christie with 5, Gabe Vincent with 1 3,
Hmm.
and then AD with 29. So yeah, I mean, yeah, like what else can
Wow.
they do?
And in this one, I mean, it's still the fourth quarter, but if you're a Suns fan, you can't say that the refs are helping them because they went to the line about the same amount of times.
Yeah,
So that's one of those things when you
yeah,
pull up stats, you're like, okay, well, I can't say that it's a conspiracy now.
yeah.
But
Because it
the
looks
Lakers
like,
have 25 assists versus the Suns 18.
yeah, and then yeah,
The
fouls.
Suns have more blocks.
Yeah, that one's a
Yeah.
big one because the Lakers could be up,
Hmm.
and they have the same amount of
And
free throws. Yep, the Lakers have been on fire from three. That's crazy.
were they shooting 44%? That's pretty decent.
Yeah, I think that's above league average.
Yeah.
That's
Is it
crazy.
though? I don't know. The Celtics have been pretty freaking good at shooting threes.
And threes. Yeah, who knows? We say that and then somebody blows it out of the water with the average, right?
Oh yeah, well, I mean they could have had their I think their average was at like almost 50
Hmm.
that game that they played against the who was it? The Knicks.
Yeah.
And then because the end they wanted to break that record, they went down. But you
Kind of like
know,
do you remember when the Rockets missed like 27 threes?
no, I don't remember that. That's crazy.
They
27.
missed yeah, I think, and I want to say it was in a row. Um they were playing the Warriors. This was the KD Warriors. This is when they had Chris Paul and James Harden.
Mm,
And I think they went to game 7 against them and they fucked it up that bad. Like they just were cold from three and missed 27 threes. And I was
wow.
and like that's how they blew a game 7.
Dude, if there's anything frustrating for like a fan is to see your team blow a lead.
And I want to say they were at home. I want to say they had home court advantage.
Uh, wow.
I mean, you know when we play, like whenever we play and somebody just can't fucking hit a three.
Or you can't or you just don't do anything right. You
Yeah.
do nothing right, and then they do everything right
Yeah.
in
Like the last time I played basketball, I think was with C's. And oh my God, like we got on the court
mhm.
finally, and me and C's just got absolutely like smoked.
uh
Like nothing was falling. Like my three, and I hit none of my threes. I think C's like all of his like shots were contested, so he was making tough shots, but it was like 3 out of 7. It's like
hmm
once that starts happening, you're like, all right, like this isn't gonna be a fun time.
yeah.
And then dudes were
Damn.
like taller than us, so they were practically doing windmills and shit.
Ugh. Isn't that the worst?
Yeah, you're just like, I can't even
So
stop them.
so before we get out of here, how about we break down the West real quick?
Yeah, we're almost done here. So yeah. All right, let me pull up the standings and then we'll kind of go from there and that'll wrap up our part 2 then.
You know,
All right. Do you want to just go down each one that we have here and kind of
from
give a
the
power
top.
ranking?
Okay, so right now the Lakers are at top. So let's say, are they going to stay at number one, or where do you think they're going to
They're not going to stay
fall?
at number one. I think they'll fall to at least number six.
Number six, I was gonna say five.
You're going to say five?
I'm gonna say five. They're gonna make the playoffs this season.
No play-in stuff?
I don't think they're gonna do play-in shit this
Okay.
season. You know,
Okay. I'm writing this
the
down this time so that we actually remember.
okay. The
Okay.
Thunder, I think the Thunder are gonna be number one.
The Thunder are going to be number one. Okay, I'm going to put
That
OKC.
that's what I feel.
I feel like that too. I feel like they're a good regular season team and that they're going to get number one.
And then once Hartenstein starts playing as well,
Oh, that's right. I forgot he
then
like
they'll
broke
have
his
like
hand, right?
yeah, they'll
Yeah.
have like that, that rebounder, someone who's just has got size and can just grab anything off the glass.
Yeah, that's some Twin Tower shit again.
So I think yeah, so I think the Thunder will be in number two.
Hmm.
I think um shit, man.
Okay, so we got the
The
Lakers,
T-Wolves.
Lakers and Thunder. So you want to say
Wait,
T-Wolves
mm-hmm.
at three?
T-Wolves at two. No, I think the Mavericks might be at two. I think the
Mavs.
T-Wolves will be at three. I think the
T.
Mavs will be at two.
Okay, I'm gonna put Min and yeah, you said Mavericks at which one? Sorry,
Mavericks at two.
Mavericks at two. Okay, and then Minnesota at three.
Minnesota at three.
Okay. Um,
Pelicans at four.
Pelicans at four.
Suns at five or six. Suns and Lakers are going to be right next to each other.
You think Suns? Okay. You said I'm gonna put them at. I'm gonna say six because you said five first off,
Mhm.
and then okay. So we still have seven and eight open.
Clippers
Yeah, I would agree. So I agree with
and
Clippers at seven.
or 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 yeah, or maybe even the Nuggets.
At
We're
seven?
forgetting about the Nuggets just because
Ooh,
they're so low right now.
yeah,
They've only won one game, so this is a long season. So
yeah.
I
It's a
think
long
they'll
season.
figure out their kink. They'll figure out their kinks and get within. Man, it's hard to say. I think I'm gonna swap them with the Pelicans. Actually, what did I say? The Pelicans were gonna be at four.
Yeah,
So I think the Nuggets will be at four. The Pelicans will be at like
it's
five.
at five
Yeah, the
or seven.
Pelicans will be at five.
Oh, at
No,
five.
I'm gonna say they're gonna be at five.
Five.
Yeah, they're gonna
Okay.
be at five. At six.
Suns at six.
Lakers at seven, and
Okay,
Clippers at eight,
gotcha.
and then the Warriors at nine, and they're gonna battle for the play-in. So how does that look?
That looks pretty good, actually.
That
That
seems
looks.
pretty reasonable, right?
Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. I think for me, I would only switch. That, and this is just me. I would put Minnesota at two, and then Mavs at three. Um, and then Phoenix, I'm actually cool with at six. That's fine. Even though I had Lakers at six.
Hmm.
If anything, I'll just put them at five just to kind of have that there. But I could see them feasibly going five too. Because I at four, five, and six sometimes are so interchangeable.
Hmm. I
Um,
feel like for the
yeah,
play-in, I think for the play-in, we're gonna have Warriors and Kings again, and we're gonna
Warriors and
have
Kings.
Warriors and Kings, and we're gonna have the Grizzlies and fucking Rockets.
Yeah.
Maybe the Spurs. Who knows?
The Spurs, I think the Spurs at best they're a play-in team. I just don't know how good.
Right, right.
The
Like
West is tough.
if they are in a play-in, they're not gonna make it to the playoffs.
Yeah. I think if we go from bottom up, I think it goes 15 Jazz, 14 the
Hmm.
Blazers.
Hmm.
Um,
Then the Spurs, maybe.
yeah, 13 probably the Spurs.
Yeah, because I think for the Spurs, best case scenario is playing,
Yeah.
but
And then I think maybe Golden State might drop even further. I'm not sure.
damn, dude.
Especially after Curry's injury.
Oh, he's injured right now. Oh, he messed up his ankle, didn't
Yeah, so they might go to like 11 if anything.
he? Damn.
Uh yeah, 'cause it would be yeah, Jazz, Blazers, Spurs, Golden
And
State.
Kawhi has yet to come back, right?
Yeah, he's out indefinitely.
Oh man,
Yeah.
what is the next Ben Simmons, huh?
Hmm. I mean, at least he's older, you know? Like
He has an excuse,
yeah, and like he's won two titles, so at least it's
and
not like yeah. You
he's
saw that
played.
crazy article, right?
Which one?
That this doctor is suing or like a former member of the Clippers like training staff is like suing the Clippers
Hmm.
because he said that they just committed like malpractice with Kawhi and that he told them that his actual recovery time was 730 days.
Damn.
So like 2 years essentially to
Yeah.
fully recover. And I guess the Clippers were like, nah, that's not, nah, like that doesn't work for us.
No, it wouldn't work for anybody,
Yeah.
honestly.
But
To have a player eat
yeah,
up that much of your salary and
but you
he
know,
just can't play because he's still hurt. Like that's
yeah,
the
I
way it is,
guess.
man.
Yeah, it's terrible, dude. I
Man, how old is Kawhi?
think it's like 34.
He's what, like 34? So he's around my age.
Yeah. Let's see here.
You know,
34? 33. Yeah.
32. Oh, he is my age. Me and that fool
33.
could have gone to high school together. We could have gone to high school together.
Dude,
If
imagine
I,
you
if I,
you and Kawhi running the pick and roll together.
imagine me and Kawhi just being friends. We don't have to play basketball together. We could just be really cool.
Dude,
We can go
that would be
hang out.
interesting because imagine just talking to him. It's probably just like, what the hell? He's like, you're gonna be like, oh, he's just a quiet guy.
Yeah. But I feel like I don't know if you ever thought this, but if I could hang out with NBA players, I think they would like me. I think they'd be cool with me.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I'd
they
make them
like
laugh and
comedians.
shit.
They have to like
Hmm.
comedians. I mean,
Yeah. So.
like, look at Shane Gillis with all those like athletes, you know?
Hmm.
Like
Dude,
he just hangs
I'll
out with
be
them.
daydreaming. I'll be daydreaming at work, and I'll be like, "Oh man, imagine like Jason Tatum shows up and back to the grind while I'm on stage, killing." And then I noticed I was like, "Oh shit, this is Jason Tatum. Oh, what's up,
Dude,
man?"
yeah,
And then
you would have
and
to
then
have the
going,
set of your life.
yeah, and then going upstairs and just hanging out, and then seeing Jason Tatum come up like, "Hey man, you're really funny. You want to hang out tonight?" And I'll be like, "I guess I'm calling off of work.
Yeah,
I got a new
honestly,
friend."
he tells you he's like, hang on, Deuce has got to come with me.
Ah, screw it, man. Like I would call off and actually say that on the call off hotline because we have a hotline. We have like
Yeah.
an
Oh yeah,
answering
you told
machine.
me. Yeah.
That shit almost got me into some trouble.
I remember you said you're like, hey, I'm fucking drunk, and you got it on the voicemail.
No, I said I'm hungover.
Oh,
I
there
had a
we go.
hangover. I said didn't lose my job, but
You were honest.
anyways. But I was just like, hey, Jason Tatum wants to hang out. I can't make it to work today. Sorry.
Would you tell your wife that? Like, you're at back to the grind, like, shit's popping off.
Jason Tatum's here. I'm hanging out with him. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
You would
I'll
just
take
say,
a.
I'm leaving you for him.
No, I wouldn't do that. But I would like take a picture of like me next to Tatum and be like,
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Like he's here and he wants to hang out with me. Like this is once in a lifetime.
I feel like
This could
C's would
change our
scream.
lives,
I feel like
huh?
C's would scream.
I feel like C's would scare him away.
You
Like
think
I think
so?
I would be really cool, and I think like C's would just start like asking him so much questions and shit like that, and just being C's
Just he just starts
and
beating
shit.
up
And he'd
aggressively.
probably try to roast him and shit. I'm like, dude, you don't even know how to chill. Just relax. Go back inside. I got this. You're gonna
I
ruin
got
this for
it.
both of us. I'll tell you how it is. I'll tell you how it is. You know. So
I
I'll tell you
feel
all
like
about it, dude.
the
That's the
person who
best.
would not give a fuck, a single fuck, would be William
Hmm.
Henderson.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't care. He wouldn't
They'd be
care at
like,
all.
bro, we can go
Yeah,
chill with this guy.
dude, it's Jason Tatum. I don't give a shit. I'm like, dude, he's a championship. I don't care. All right,
We're
whatever,
like, we're
man.
not talking about sucking his dick. We're just talking
Whatever.
about hanging out with him.
Hanging out, dude. with a world champion. Like you don't want to do that shit. That's crazy. It's crazy. But
I feel like
anyways,
Sandy could scare him.
there's so many comics that would scare him, dude. There's so many comics in our scene that would scare him. Like a lot of the newer guys, all they do is party.
Oh God.
All they do is get drunk, and I don't even want to mention their names on this podcast, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know,
We just
but
go
you know
back outside and the shit's on fire.
all they do is try to get drunk and hang out.
Yeah.
You know, which is like like it's comedy, it's fun. You know, you think you're supposed to party, but you don't
Yeah.
really have to do that. You have to be good at the thing, and then you can party.
Yeah.
Because like, what do you like? I would imagine like you have to party at an open mic. Like that's
Yeah. It's a weekday. It's like a
I don't know.
Tuesday sometimes.
Yeah, man, it's Thursday. People have shit to do the next day. It's like just do it. You do your 3 minutes because we only have like 3 to 4 minutes now
That's
because
true.
everyone keeps showing up.
Yeah.
So it's like you're gonna party to do 3 to 4 minutes. You can't keep it together for 3 to 4 minutes. You have to get hammered. Like okay,
Yeah. And then let's come on, let's get our 3 minutes in and go hang out with Jason Tatum.
that's it. We'll go
Yeah.
to Brickwood. We'll go to Brickwood
Yeah,
and
dude,
hang
imagine
out.
just imagine, he thinks you're funny. He's like, "All right, like I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go." And he's like, "You guys know any places?" And we're like, "Let's go to the Brickwood."
I'll show you right now, dude. Let's go to Brickwood. We'll hang out. It's nice and chill. You know.
And
But
I
yeah, dude,
guarantee you, like no one because he's like walking around low key, no one would notice.
no one would notice. They would just notice some tall dude.
Yeah. They would think he's
But
a college player at best.
which is crazy. Which is
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. Anyways, so we got the Western Conference down. We talked about white guys with dreads.
That's the great, yeah, we're gonna talk
Anything,
about that
anything else?
for the good of the
Anything
order.
else before we call it Surge?
I don't
Habanera.
think so. I think that's pretty much everything we've
Wait,
covered.
let's wait. Let's wait about. Let's give it a minute though, because the Suns are up 107 to 104
Ooh.
with 41 seconds
Oh
left.
shit. Let's see.
So let's see how that one plays out.
Are you watching it live or are you just
So
watching
I would imagine.
the stats?
No, I'm just watching the box score right now. I'm looking
Okay.
at the stats
Same here. Okay. I was like, I
because
don't
I don't.
have like NBA TV going on right now.
No, neither do I. Like, I mean, let's watch live. Oh, it's not gonna let me
Let's
because I
see.
don't have any of these. Yeah, there's no way to pull it up. Well, maybe. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me see how
Let me see if I
fast I
can
can do
find
this.
something.
Oh, the Phoenix Suns. Let's see if this loads, man. Oh, here we go. Shit.
I'm still, yeah, they're still
Can you
down by
hear
three.
that?
No. I mean, it's fine. It's over. I'm just watching it here, like just waiting for it to update. I think there might be a timeout.
All right, I have it pulled up right now. 107, 104 with 24 seconds left on the clock.
Dude, JJ's probably freaking out right now and he's drawing up some crazy ass play.
Do you think he's decent enough to coach that team, or do you think that was kind
Um, I mean, I think it's still too
of
early to
like
see, but
just
I
a
think the schemes that he's been doing and the movement that they've been working on, I think it's just common
hmm
sense. I think he
they
might be just an
they should
average
put
coach.
yeah it was probably LeBron's doing right. He was like I want to try JJ Redick. They're good friends, right?
Yeah, because
So who has the ball? That's what I'm trying to figure out
they
right now.
had that podcast going for a hot was it a hot second.
Oh, they're
Uh
trying to see what it's out on. So it looks like it's going to be out on the Suns. Oh, if a freaking karate kick that shit.
who did it come off of?
I don't know, but it's Suns ball. It looked like it was off the Suns. Okay. Ball in play. Wins the backcourt. Bradley Beal with the ball. Kevin Durant calling for it. Okay. Swing it to Booker. Royce O'Neal misses the shot.
I wonder how that's working.
Oh, foul on the floor. So is this going to be a foul on Bradley Beal or is it on Austin Reeves?
I can fucking log in.
7.9 seconds left on the clock. 107, 104. I
I'm
think it
still at
might
11 seconds.
it might still, oh really? It might still be
Oh, eight.
it looks like it's gonna be, man. Okay, so it's gonna be Laker ball.
Okay.
Foul. Okay, so it's a foul on the Suns, foul on Bradley Beal. Lakers are gonna go to the line because they're in the bonus, right?
Okay.
Oh no, they had a foul to give.
The Lakers or the
No,
Suns?
the Suns had a foul to give. They're not in the bonus yet.
Okay.
I think. Ah, fucking commercial. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah. I hate when that shit happens, dude. Like, dude, that's why I hate watching football. Like, I don't even know like how I got back how I actually got into football is beyond me.
Yeah, yeah, I can't, dude. It's like there's 15 minutes of play time. Like the ball's actually in play for like 15 minutes, and the rest of it is commercials and shit.
Yeah. That's
You know
why
what?
like that's why I can't do it.
You know what? Why I can't watch like other sports really? Like, I mean, I can, but the reason I kind of don't like it
Mm.
is the commentating is boring, dude. They don't have like because sometimes they'll have like Reggie
Yeah.
Miller
Yeah.
commentating, and they're really good at just like shooting the shit sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, like they'll talk random stuff and it's entertaining,
Hmm.
and then they'll go back to talking about the game. Like they're really good at like color commentating, where it's like
Yeah.
it's not just the same
Yeah. Like what's his
old
name?
boring type voice because
What's his name? Sorry, go ahead.
for which one
I think you
or
were
for
talking
who?
about every voice that you
So
like.
Lakers, LeBron has the ball.
Mike Breen.
Yeah, yeah, like Mike Breen is the best commentator probably, and he has one of the most iconic one of the most iconic sayings when it comes to like a
Bang.
shooter hitting a shot. Bang is
Bang.
the best. I say that shit to myself when I'm shooting around and shit.
Dude, that when your team is up, it feels amazing, but when your team is getting fucking torched and that other team gets hot, oh man, it
Hmm.
makes you want to kill yourself.
So it's about to be a 1 point game. So right
Okay.
now it's LeBron is at the line. It's 105, 107.
Okay.
So here we go. He's going to the line. He missed it on purpose, but missed it stupid as fuck.
Oh shit.
Suns win the game. So I mean, they ran out the clock. There's zero point 0.8 seconds left, and they fouled Beal still. So who
That's
knows?
over.
It is over.
Yeah, my live in just came in. It says 109, 105.
So that's it.
Yep. First loss of the JJ Redick era.
Wow, what
And
a
it came
weird
and
way
it
to
came to
lose
the
the.
Suns.
What a weird way to miss the shot, dude. I think he was aiming for the front of the rim so it could bounce towards him,
Yeah, and dunk it.
but what do you call it? He threw it a little too low, and
Yeah.
it hit the top of the bottom of the front of the rim and went straight down.
Damn.
And Yusuf got it and then threw it outlet to to what's the name
Beal.
to Durant, and then Durant no, then Durant threw it to Beal,
Okay.
and then that's when they fouled him, and that's the end of the game, ladies and
Fuck.
gentlemen.
Well, shit. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
Booker and Durant went off for 30 each, like 33 for Booker and then Durant with 30. So that was 63 points right there.
wow. Well, with that, I think we could end this, right?
Yeah, let me stop the
You got
recording.
you got anything else that you wanna say before
No,
we call this one?
I think the only thing is we can now I can officially upload all these things and then finally get into it and then go from there. But yeah, we'll be doing this weekly for the rest of this the season,
Hmm.
barring anything catastrophic happening. And we're gonna be talking some
Yeah.
random nonsense on this. And
Hmm.
yeah, you can find us here. You can find us at Back to the Grind and Brooks Bar.
Yeah. Well, you can follow me on Instagram at Los Patino Comedy if you're interested in where I'm gonna do stand up or
Yeah.
anything in general.
Yeah, and you got an
So,
you got a Ontario Improv show coming up, so
oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be the last time was during the finals, so that
Yeah,
was
June.
cool. Yeah, we were watching the game in the green room, cheering them on, cheering the
Yeah.
Celtics. It was game three, I believe. So that's when the Celtics went up
Okay.
3-0. That was cool.
Gotcha.
That was
Damn.
cool. And then afterwards, I fucking smashed.
Nice. You gonna smash this week?
I don't know yet. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm not.
All
I'm
right.
not. I'm not feeling as prepared, but we'll see.
All right. Well, on that note, we'll end this recording here. Yeah, you can find me at underscore Surge with three G's, 57. And yeah, you can catch us here and we'll be back soon. Take care, everyone.
All right.